Bark, bark. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark, bark. It starts fun. It starts cute. Oh, the dog downstairs is barking. He's saying hi to me. Hello, doggy. Bark, 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 bark. And then, like, a month and a half goes by, and you slowly lose your mind, little by little, until your roommate is home from work yesterday on a floating holiday, and the dog is bark, bark, barking, and you just scream across the apartment, "Hey, Brandon, what if we kill the dog?" Is that a good idea? Can we do that? Bark, 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 bark. I'm thinking about murdering the doggy. Bark, 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 bark. Hello. How's it going? What's up? Let me talk you through some chores. Are you doing dishes? Are you folding laundry? Are you folding a weird shirt that somehow by the laws of physics defies gravity and you don't really know how to fold it? Like a fitted sheet, mayhaps? I almost said merhaps. How do you fold fitted sheets? That's a mystery I think I'll go to the grave not solving. It always starts okay, corner to corner, and then at some point, though, it just kind of turns into a really sloppy sandwich that just, it's falling out of the bun. I've tried burritoing them. That doesn't work. And yeah, I could probably just Google how do you fold a fitted sheet, but there's no fun in that. You solve it through trial and error. It's just laundry. Who cares? Can it fit in the drawers? Great. You did it right. So what's up? Fold your fitted sheet. Or that weird halter top that doesn't have sleeves and has like a weird fringe triangle bottom, so you don't really know how to make it even on the sides. What's up? I hope you're doing well. Bark, 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 bark. God. I texted it. I had to text the neighbor the other day and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna lose it." No, I sent an actual text of like, "Hey, I'm sorry to even say this, but like the dog has been barking If it was like 20 minutes here and there, who cares?" This is not part of the text now. Dogs bark. That was part of the text. Dogs bark. That's life. Whatever. I mean, when we had Buddy and Brandon would leave, I would hear Buddy. You could hear Buddy in some of the old episodes. Oh, my owner is leaving me. I'm abandoned. You could hear it. And then you'd hear me go, "Shut up, Buddy." And he would. That was the thing. He would shut up. He would eventually stop. I wake up to the sound of a dog barking, and it goes until they come home later in the day after work and school and all that. And it's not the howl, it is just a yappy bark, 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 bark. I'm barking at the doggy. And I was talking back at first like, "Yeah, like, oh, have fun." But yeah, no, it's too much now. And if you're like, "Just put headphones on, Danny, or earplugs." Like, yeah, I do that. I wear earplugs. I have headphones. I listen to music. But like, also I don't want to wake up and immediately put earplugs or headphones on. Like, I would enjoy at points in the day some aspect of quiet peace, just a little or like just a tiny reprieve from the nails on the chalkboard. I don't think you should have to wear earplugs or headphones all day. How much content can be consumed through, like, oh, okay, let's throw on a couple podcasts. Let's do the classical music. Let's do other music. Fuck, I just want to not hear sounds for a second. And yeah, that is a problem living in a city. So that's my fault. I texted them, like I said, and in the text I was like, hey, what if, since I work from home so frequently, what if you like leave the door unlocked or something, maybe a key, I don't know. Give me a key to your place. No, I definitely just said leave the door unlocked. And I can go down and grab the pup, or you could just leave a leash out and like I can take him for a walk when it's losing its goddamn mind. And I thought that was a great... Why did that clip so hard? I thought that was a great... Okay, that's a little better. Anyway, I thought that was a great compromise. You're getting help from a neighbor who lives right upstairs. And in the text, I was like, we miss Buddy. We miss our dog. So some company would not be the worst thing in the world. I would appreciate it. Having a little four-legged friend running around. I thought that was a great compromise. And I got a very apologetic text back, but the solution was like, I'll spend more time with the dogs. Like, that's not gonna... What? Dude, you work like a day... You go somewhere. What are you gonna do? Come home for 2 hours every day? I think, just let me take the dog for a walk. Let me steal your dog. It's either I steal the dog or I kill the dog. You pick, neighbor. Also, I was thinking, though, how much would it suck, though, if they were like, yes, you totally, let's compromise, during the day. The dog can come hang out with you. We're really sorry. Hopefully this is a solution, blah, blah, blah. And then the dog just comes up to my apartment and continues like just staring at me. And it's even closer now instead of just like the distant yet omnipresent, always there scratching. I want to live in the woods. Randy Weaver had some good ideas. Let's not go down that road. Ruby Ridge, look into it. So yeah, hopefully the dog picking up, hopefully that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened in any of the videos yet, I don't think. But, man, that would be really annoying. Anyway. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah. Let's start silly, but also somewhat sad. Celebrity deaths, I've always looked at as like it can make you contemplate and think and reflect, but I don't think it should like affect you, I think that's like you can appreciate what this person has created or inspired you to do, I think it's maybe a little performative. I don't know. But I've also been down that lane myself. Mac Miller, when he died, I posted a story about meeting him. I've talked about it on this podcast. It's a weird lane to walk in when someone who means something to you passes, but you've actually never really spent time with them. Rest in peace to Roger Adams, the creator of Heelys. I have had a pair of Heelys since I was... how old was I? I was maybe... I had just turned 15 years old. This is a sophomore in high school. I just turned 15. I bought them for a Halloween costume with some friends. We were going to be the Hot Rod Gang, the movie Hot Rod, the SNL group, Andy Samberg and his friends. One of the characters, Yorme Tacome, is the actor. He wears Heelys in the movie. He's the videographer, and there's a couple scenes of him wearing Heelys. And one of my friends already had a denim jumpsuit to make it look like what Andy Samberg's character wore. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to get a pair of Heelys. So I went to adultheelysshoes.com. I remember Googling like Heelys for adults or adult Heelys, and the first link being adultheelysshoes.com made me crack up, be like, well, that's convenient. That's pretty perfect. And I got a pair of Heelys for, again, what I thought was just going to be a Halloween costume, and it turned out to be, in a way, what has become an extension of my personality. One of my friends commented on, I posted a Silly Hilly video, and one of my friends commented, "This must be such a tragic loss for you." And she's been my friend since high school, like when she's known me forever. I wore these at college in the dining hall across campus. I was, who's the kid in Heelys? I graduated. I received my diploma from St. Michael's College in Heelys. They called my name, and I wheeled across the stage, grabbed my diploma, and said, "See ya." These shoes are shoes in general carry history of the steps you've taken, literally and metaphorically. Shoes carry memories, I think, more so than clothing, like pants or sweatshirts or whatever. I think shoes, to me at least, that's what have always been the thing that, I don't know, I guess holds the energy of the event that you were at, in a way. And these cracked 16-year-old Heelys have a decade and a half of energy and memories in them, thanks to a guy who said, "What if we put wheels in a shoe so kids don't lose their minds while their parents are running errands?" So many adults have yelled at me for wearing these shoes. And at some point, it became, like 15, 16, 17, sophomore, junior, senior year of high school. Lunch monitors, teachers, whoever are like, "You can't be wearing Heelys in school. You can't be." And I'd be like, "Okay, my bad." And then, they round the corner, and then you take off again. Home from college, I remember going to Target with my mom, rocking the Heelys, And then some employee is like, hey, no, you can't do that. Totally understandable. At some point, though, when you see like a 25, 26, 20, like I wore these recently, like a 30-year-old man in Heelys at a Home Depot or whatever. The employees are going to be like, hey, you can't, wait. What? Are you an adult wearing Heelys? It becomes less about the liability or the lawsuit that you put them in and more about the, oh my God, I can't believe you're an adult wearing Heelys. And then you just go, yep, I'm an adult wearing Heelys, and you scoot away. What are they going to do? I have a credit card. You're going to take my Heelys from me? I'm going to go buy another pair on credit. They tell me, a bank said, you're a responsible enough adult. We will give you this piece of plastic and we will buy stuff for you in advance as long as you pay us back. And I said, thanks, bank. I'm going to go buy a pair of Heelys. That's what I'm going to do with my adultness. And you can't stop me. Yeah, Home Depot's a great place to wear the Heelys. You already want to kill yourself in that goddamn store. I need to pick out paint, and I'm going to be here for 4 fucking hours. You see someone scoot by on its Heelys? Brightens your day. I fell. I've fallen so many times. You get a rock in the little crevice between the wheel and the back part of the sneaker, and you just, it's like you threw the front brakes on your bike and you just go over the handlebars, head over feet, somersault, pop up. Hopefully you get a 10 from the judges. Yeah, that's why Home Depot, Target, grocery stores, you want indoor linoleum smooth surface. Hospital, great place to Heely. Outside, kind of tough. Not gonna lie, a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, totally ate it so many times. Never. Where's some wood? Because again, I'm still wearing them as a 31-year-old man, and I feel like if you're, that counts as wood. Knock wood, never broken a bone from Heelys. But I feel like if you're a kid and you break a bone wearing Heelys, again, it's fine. It makes sense. Kids break bones. Kids wear Heelys. Heelys break bones. 33. Again, if this is in a couple years or whatever, a 34-year-old man calling 911. What's your emergency? I need an ambulance. What happened? I fell in Heelys. Would you like my insurance group number now or later? Yes. The eating it that I remember most was there was a hallway in my high school that you could start at the top of the school and it was slanted all the way down to the bottom, like 3 or 4 various sections of nice little slopes into a flat, into a slope, into a flat. It was just a really nice run. It was a run I like to hit midday, no one's around. You get a nice little cruise session in. And I was making the cruise. And I was a little more than halfway through. And at one point during one of the slopes, it breaks off, of course, into one of the hallways where the classrooms were. And right as I'm going past one of those breaks, in the hallway, breaks left, I just hear, Danny? And I turn to my left, and it is one of the hottest girls in school. And I go, and she's in one of my classes. I go, oh, hey, Milena, what's up? And right after I finish that what's up, I hit a like a drain cover. I remember hearing the clunk, going head over, like just, oh, here we go, we're tumbling to the ground. And then as I'm falling, looking back and seeing this little metal cap. And then, of course, she just started cracking up. How can you not? I started cracking up. I was like, you couldn't write that any better. Just randomly seeing your friend cruise by on Heelys, and then he turns to you like, hey, what's up? I'm pretty cool. Nope, fucking slap. Face down onto the ground. And it's silly things like that shoes hold. I think shoes are really wonderful. I got these, they're white shoes. It's the same thing why I like white shoes, white boxing gloves. They become used and scratched and smudged, and what starts as something so pristine and so pure becomes muddied through trials, tribulations, steps, growth, movement. And sure, they're beat down, but they're not eviscerated. You know, they're still they're still here, just like you and the things you went through. Maybe you just need a little bit of a spit shine, clean them up a little bit, something like that. That's all it is. But you stepped through the mud. You stepped through the overgrown trees with the shoes. And the shoes hold the memories, whether you fell in front of a really hot girl or not. I am genuinely grateful for this person, Roger Adams. Which is insane, which is crazy to say. Now, if in the world of celebrity deaths now, I think maybe the two that have hit me the most, if you were to ask me, yeah, might be Mac Miller, someone who I really admire, and the creative path they took of, they were perceived as one way as a young person, and they just went with the flow, and they changed, and they did what they wanted to do, and they expressed gratitude for the world around them, and knew that there would be bad days and there would be good days, but on all of those days you were still you. And that's something that I really strive to put out into this world myself. So that's one of them. Oh, who's the other one, Danny? The guy who invented Heelys. So Roger, again, thank you. Thank you for your ingenuity. Thank you for your whimsical attitude that said, what if I put a wheel in a sneaker? I appreciate what you did for this world. Which leads into a nice thing. You could just do whatever you want to do, by the way. Or you could not do whatever you want to do. You want to put wheels in a sneaker? Do it. You want to turn your laptop on and record a podcast episode because you haven't done it in like 2.5 weeks? You can do it. You want to turn your laptop on and record a podcast episode and scream into the ether, but you're feeling a little self-conscious and you're thinking, what's the point of screaming into the ether for, however many people there are, which I'm appreciative of course. You can also not do it. If you feel weird about it, you can not do it. You can do it. You can not do it. I was talking with a buddy recently who was looking for some sign of like, oh, I feel stuck and I need to start posting stuff. I don't know what to start posting. I have all these sketch ideas, but I don't, I don't think they're worth it to post. I was like, nope, let's stop right there. You said you have ideas. You said you have stuff. You just do it. Just start post. And he was like, but what if they're not fun? Like, can I, let me show you this one that I'm thinking of. I was like, nope, I don't want to see it. I literally told that to him. I was like, I don't want to see it until I come across it on one of the apps. Like, don't show me now. I want to see it publicly. And he's like, fuck you. That's a good trap. But yeah. And then he was super appreciative of it, of like, thank you so much for giving me the push, and I just needed that. And it was really great to read. Of course, I told him of course and blah blah blah, but like, I only did that voice because we put so much extra weight on our actions, especially the creative one of like, how will this be perceived? If you want to be funny, I hope people find this funny. If you are a painter, I hope people find this painted. That was one of the stupidest things I've ever said, and I stand by it. You get what I'm going for. But you're not going to find out you're not going to find out if the painting is painted unless you paint it and show people that you painted it. You gotta just do the thing. And it sucks. And yeah, people on the internet might call you gay, but that shit happens. What, you never been called gay before? By someone you respect way more than a stranger on the internet? That's what I've started also realizing, is like, there's people I respect way more than random strangers on the internet who have said horribly worse things. So if I can rebound from that, who cares what you think of my haircut? You gotta just do it. This conversation came on the tail end too of like, in my own algorithm holes, where like scrolling, coming across things of people who their whole account is basically just like, you gotta hit that plus button, you gotta believe in yourself, you got which, like, again, great message, but like, there's like nothing else there. It almost feels robotic the way that they're championing self-love. And I've questioned, like, how is this just the one thing? Like, how did this become? And it's because it's needed. People need the reminder of like, hey, none of this matters. If you want to do something, just go fucking do it. Go paint the painting. Go write the joke. Go tell the joke. Go make the video. Go post the video. Yeah, it sucks if a video doesn't do well. It fucking sucks so much. It sucks if a joke doesn't do well. It sucks if a painting is not painted. I'm really loving that. But did you have fun doing it? Did you kill some time and have a smile while you were doing it? Did you distract yourself from the fact that you've been alive for however long and you got however long left, hopefully, that you should be grateful for, but damn, is that a lot of time? Did you fill some of that time with a smile? Great. Who cares if a pictureless profile says this sucks? What are they doing? You gotta just do the thing. If you wanna. And when you wanna, go do the thing. And if you don't wanna do the thing, don't do the thing. But the most important thing is when you wanna do it, you gotta do it. You can't be like, oh, but what if the thing doesn't go well? You gotta do the thing if you wanna. And I think it all well, obviously it all matters, but I meant to say it all relates, at least with man, this fucking manosphere stuff is killing me lately. We're now entering the danosphere. It's so frustrating. Like, this person that I was talking to is not into that kind of ideology, but it's the same. They're related. It's self-consciousness. It's the fear of failure. It's the fear that others will put me down, and that is why men become more and more radical towards these thought ideologies of, well, I'll just put others down before they can put me down. I will speak negatively of whoever identifies as whatever, women, trans, whatever. I'll put them down because they're a target, and that target then gets off of my back. I have to be strong. I have to present this way. I have to act a certain way. And it all just stems from not feeling like you belong. I mean, dude, if you're hitting your fucking jaw with a hammer because you want to be hot, there's something more going on than just like trying to better, like, dude, take a fucking shower. There's such a deep level of self-hatred that has been presented as something positive of like, yeah, I look better. Oh, how did I do it? I fucking smashed my body with a hammer, and we're not supposed to act like this is a horrible thing for young boys to hear. I saw a very wise remark somewhere of someone saying, oh, they've just figured out how to sell body dysmorphia to boys now and not just girls. And it's more, it's not more than in one aspect. I meant it's more than just body dysmorphia and this bullshit manosphere stuff. It's a dysmorphia of self-worth. And I said it on an episode with my mom. We're like, you're not going to feel better by putting other people down. You're not going to feel better by exuding power over another human being. The power of self is what everyone should strive for, and I think is striving for. And somewhere along the way, some humans get lost and think that power over others is going to fill that hole. It's not. It's self-acceptance. I mean, dude, wear a polo. Don't you like? Put on a nice shirt, button down, and a bomber jacket. Don't break your bones. Maybe get an actual hobby, like something interesting. And when talking about it, don't talk at people about it. I don't know. Dude, you can... I'm just speaking to whatever young man is listening. Dude, you can get a girlfriend. If that's like really what you're after and think will make you happy, you can do that. How many true crime podcasts have you listened to where it's like they are the scum of the earth, murdering other human beings? They're not hot. I'm not talking Ted Bundy. I'm just talking in general. And yet somehow they're like, yeah, I have 3 girlfriends. I need to have visitation hours for all of them. 3 girlfriends. You can get a girlfriend. I don't think that is what is going to make you happy, though. So you have to ask yourself a hard question. What is going to make you happy? And it sucks trying to find that answer. It's a really hard answer to find. I've found the easiest answer is buying a pair of Heelys. You can do it. I get it, honestly. If you're fucking 16 years old or whatever and I get it. You're insecure, you're young, you think this is the answer. If you're like 45 and into this shit, fuck you. You're a dumbass. You don't deserve to breathe air. You're a lost cause. I'm not trying to fix you. I'm merely just trying to reach the next generation so we don't continue making these same fucking mistakes and we can break a cycle. I get it. You're scared that you're not good enough. I get it. There's only one way to find out, though, and that's at least fucking trying. It's another thing. It's way easier to just be a dick and put people down than it is to uplift others and yourself. Take the hard road. Everyone, including you, will be appreciative of it. Okay. Let's land the plane. I don't wanna. No. Okay. Let's make sure that. You do things you want whenever you. Oh, bark, 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 bark. Oh. I hope in this 40-ish minutes you got that fitted sheet folded. I hope you've wrapped up some chores at least. Some shows coming up. I'll post. I gotta be better about posting shows. I know, and I'm gonna order shirts soon. I'm gonna do first round of people who get the shirts. If you're listening to this and you want a shirt, just message me. It's all you got to do. Just message me. Tell me what size you want, and you will be on the list of people who get a shirt because you're listening to the episode. So you get first crack. It's a long sleeve. It's got the logo on it, and I tie-dye them. So, like I said, if you want one, literally all you have to do is just message me. That's it. No money involved. One day, hopefully, I will be better at business, but right now, just very thankful for anybody who is part of the journey. If you have a shirt already, I'm grateful if you want another one, but if you have one already, I'm going to try and get other people's shirts. So, like I said, if you want one, let me know. And if you want a second one, hold on for a little until I throw up like the Instagram story, and then message me and be like, "Hey, can I get a second one?" And we'll talk. But like I said, gonna try and get new people their first shirts. Okay. Happy spring. Love you lots. What else? Okay, you know what? Bye. That's it. Yeah. Love you lots. Bye.